We begin in Boston, where overnight the scene turned deadly. Less than 24 hours after the FBI released the photos of two suspects wanted for questioning in connection to the Boston Marathon bombings, police officers have now positively identified the two men. 26-year-old Tamerlan Sarzavniev is the man wearing the black hat and a black backpack. 19-year-old Jahar Sarzavniev is the man wearing the white hat and a tan backpack. Police officers shot and killed the older brother early this morning, but Jahar got away. The events from last night leading into today have been so fluid that the headline is constantly changing. So I'm joined now by RT's Anastasia Cherkina, who is near Boston. Anastasia, can you break down some of the events from last night?
Well, Megan, last night at around 5:30 p.m. local time, the FBI released pictures of the two suspects, whom now we know are two brothers, 26-year-old Tamerlan Tsarnaev and 19-year-old Jahar Tsarnaev. These two brothers basically, after the photos were released, ended up getting out of their hiding, getting into a 7-Eleven, which they robbed, hijacked a car, releasing the person to whom that car belonged, and got into a car chase with police, as a result of which the older brother, Tamerlan, died at a hospital at around 1:35 a.m. local time with several gunshots from police. He was said to be carrying an IED on his body, and the younger brother, 19-year-old Jahar, is currently on the loose, with police trying to locate his whereabouts as we speak, and this is certainly where everybody's eyes are on right now, the possibility of Jahar being found any minute, any hour in the days to come.
Now, Anastasia, I hear a lot of action and commotion going on behind you. What is the current situation?
Well, the current situation, Megan, is basically while the authorities are trying to locate a needle in a haystack, the entire greater Boston area, which includes millions of people, is on a full, complete lockdown as officials go from door to door trying to find this 19-year-old suspect in the Boston bombings case. And certainly this has created quite a commotion and fear in the area. People are staying inside their homes. Businesses are closed. Homes are closed. There's no public transportation available. And of course, this is done to make it as easy as possible for officials to try to catch Jahar and make sure he doesn't get away, but also for security reasons, because there are still concerns as we speak that further devices might be located throughout the area. The investigation is currently trying to find out whether possibly any other people might be associated with the two brothers that are now officially the two suspects, one on the loose. So this is certainly at a peak, the situation right now, while the greater Boston area remains at a lockdown. Officials are trying to do whatever they can to locate this 19-year-old as quickly as possible.
And Anastasia, we are hearing about a third suspect or person of interest, the one that's not actually related to the Tsarnaev brothers. What do you know about that?
Well, you know, Megan, this is something that is very fluid. This is reportedly officials are looking into this possibility. No official statements when it comes to that have yet been made. They are concerned that a third person or more could be associated with the brothers. They're trying to find this out as we speak. So this is certainly something that has not been officially confirmed as of yet.
Now, I want to show you how these events occurred in all over Boston, the Boston area. So as you can see here, there are a lot of areas that are affected. Obviously, Watertown, the shootout itself happened at MIT. And then, of course, that was just across the river from where the Boston Marathon bombing happened. Can you talk a little bit about how the community is reacting to all of this chaos that is playing out and that has played out over the past few days?
Well, Megan, the community certainly has been in a state of shock ever since the bombings took place on Monday. For several days, there was no knowledge in terms of who the suspects are, and the FBI was working around the clock to try to locate the possible suspects. As we do know, they were eventually tracked down through a surveillance video from a department store and identified as these two brothers that are said to be of Chechen origin. They've been living in the United States since 2003. Years here, they certainly people who know them in the community who, when seeing their faces, were completely shocked. People they went to school with, people they worked with, family members even, like you mentioned, you know, the uncle, just in complete shock. And the community itself is right now really in a state of fear because of the lockdown and because of this teenager, dangerous teenager could literally be anywhere. People are certainly very afraid and waiting to see exactly what happens and hoping that he's located as soon as possible.
RT correspondent Anastasia Cherkina with the latest from Boston. Please continue to update us as you find information.